In the next scene, Jiang tells Daoming, "Today I received a call from mom. She asked if I could take you to the UK, but I refused." Daoming replies, "I have decided to go to the UK." Then Jiang says, "It's because of Shen Kai." Daoming says, "I don't need to explain, I can go wherever I want." On the other hand, Shen Kai makes a dish and asks the chef to taste it. The chef says, "You can cook?" Shen Kai says, "Yeah, I learned from my mom." Then the old chef introduces Chef to Shen Kai. He says, "This is the young chef of this kitchen, Tian." Shen Tai then goes to work. In the next scene, Shen Kai is looking at a group chat. She says, "If Daoming leaves, F4 group will be disbanded." Chen rushes over to Shen Kai and tells her, Daoming is going to the UK. On the other hand, Shimin tells Daoming, "Why are you going to the UK so suddenly?" Daoming says, "My mom has a business there, so going there is normal for me." Han Zilu says, "But you hate the UK. Are you going there to avoid Meiju and Shen Kai?" Suddenly, Meiju appears and Daoming says, "I'm not going to the UK because of you. I have my own plans." Daoming then tries to leave, but Shen Kai appears and asks, "Are you going to the UK?" Daoming replies, "Yeah. Do you have any problems with it? I have already made up my mind. I am going tomorrow." Shen Kai asks, "Why didn't you tell me?" Daoming says, "Why would I tell you? Now you two will be together. I'll find a better girl in the UK." Shen Kai replies angrily, "Okay, go. I'm happy that you are going. I can live well without you." Shen Kai then leaves in anger. In the next scene, Shen Kai is working at her part-time job, but she is not paying attention. She accidentally cuts her hand. Tian rushes to her and asks, "Are you okay?" On the other side, Daoming goes to the cafe where Shen Kai works. Xiao Yu tells him the address of Shen Kai's new restaurant. On the other hand, Tian helps Shen Kai bandage her hand and asks, "You have been distracted all day. Did anything happen?" A girl comes up and tells Shen Kai, "A boy wants to meet you. He ordered a lot of food but said the food wasn't fresh." The girl then tells Daoming, Shen Tai can't come out because she is working in the kitchen. Daoming says, "I won't go anywhere until she comes out." Shen Kai and Tian appear, and Tian asks Daoming, "You said the food wasn't fresh." Daoming replies, "I came here for Shen Kai." Tian says, "If you want to see her, you have to wait till she is off work." Shen Kai tells Daoming, "You are going to the UK, right?" Daoming sees Shen Kai's hand and asks, "What happened to your hand?" Shen Kai replies, "It just got burnt a little. Why do you care?" Daoming then takes Shen Kai's hand and tries to take her away. Shen Kai says, "You are doing whatever you want." Tian says, "She is my employee. You should be respectful." Daoming replies, "Who are you? You have no right to talk to me." Shen Tai says, "He is my colleague. Please leave." Daoming says, "I just came to say goodbye to you before I left. Seems like it is not needed." He then leaves saying, "Shen Kai, I will never come back." In the next scene, Tian sees Shen Kai in an upset state and asks, "Are you okay? Was that boy your boyfriend?" Shen Kai replies, "No." She then thinks to herself, "I didn't even properly say goodbye to Daoming. Maybe I will regret it in the future." In the next scene, Daoming and Jiang are going to the UK. Daoming's friends tell him, "Don't miss us when you are there. We will send you photos." Daoming replies, "Who wants to see your face? I'm not your girlfriend." Jiang asks Daoming, "You said goodbye to Shen Kai, right?" Daoming replies, "Why would I say goodbye to her?" Jiang scolds him, "She is a nice girl, how can you be so rude to her?" Daoming replies, "Meiju is there to take care of her." They say goodbye to their friends and leave. Meiju then tells Daoming, "I want to tell you something." He bends down and whispers something into Daoming's ear. In the next scene, Daoming is sitting on the plane. The flight is about to take off, but Daoming decides to get off. Jiang stops him and says, "Don't embarrass me." However, Daoming tries to leave again. Jiang then punches him and knocks him unconscious. On the other side, we see Shen Kai going to school. She realizes that Daoming isn't there today. She starts to think about the moments she spent with Daoming and says, "Why am I suddenly missing him so much? Do I like him? No, I don't like arrogant guys like him. Then what is going on?" On the other hand, Daoming and Jiang reach the UK. They comes to know that their mom is not at home. Daoming says, "Now mom is not here. I have no reason to stay here. I'm going back to China." Jiang stops him and says, "You said you would study here, and now you want to go back. Are you crazy? You should just stay here. Otherwise, I will tell mom." Daoming says, "You will tell mom? Did she send you to control me? Besides, mom doesn't have time for me." Jiang says, "Mom wants you to take care of our group. Even though she is not with you, she still has complete control over you." Daoming replies, "She can't control my life anymore." Daoming then goes inside. In the next scene, Daoming is trying to pass his time, but he is not interested in anything. Then he remembers what Meiju told him. Meiju said, "Doesn't anything happen between me and Shen Kai that night? I think she likes you." Daoming then calls Shenkai's restaurant and tells the staff, I want to talk to Shenkai, I am her dad. Shenkai answers the call and says, Dad, why aren't you saying anything? If you don't talk, I will hang up. Daoming says, you must be getting a good salary, right? If someone bullies you. Shenkai hangs up the call saying, wrong number. Daoming says, I am such a fool. How will she know it's me? In the next scene we see Tian preparing for his cooking exam all night. The next morning Tian's colleagues are standing outside the kitchen. Shenkai comes and asks, what happened? They tell her that Tian fell asleep in the morning. The soup he made burnt, and now he has only 2 hours left for his exam. Tian is trying to make the soup again, but he doesn't have enough time. Shenkai then goes inside. Tian says, I am so stressed. I have been waiting for this day for a year. It's impossible to make the soup in 2 hours. Suddenly, Shenkai remembers that Tian told her that they could use cameo leaves for the soup. She then tells Tian, you make the dish and I will bring the cameo leaves. She goes to a faraway shop to get cameo leaves, which is the only place where she found them. She takes the leaves and messages Tian that she has found the cameo leaves. Then she rushes back to the restaurant, but she gets hit by a bike and the cameo leaves fall far away. She is trying to pick them up, but another bike runs over her. Seeing this, Shenkai starts to cry. Suddenly, a lady comes who Shenkai had helped with a bike accident before. The lady had many cameo leaves. She gives the leaves to Shenkai. Shenkai then takes the leaves and gives them to Tian. In the next scene, China's top chef comes to Tian's restaurant. Tian asks him to taste his dish. The chef likes the dish a lot because of the cameo leaves. Tian passes his exam. He tells Shenkai, if you hadn't brought the cameo leaves, I might not have passed the exam. All of this is because of you. Everyone congratulates him. In the next scene, Daoming is video calling his friends and tells them, I'm bored. His friends ask, how is that possible? There should be a lot of pretty girls there. Daoming replies, I can't find any. His friends then suggest, you should come back. We miss you. Daoming says, now you realize how important I am. His friends retort, it's not you. We miss but you're home because we get more privacy there. He then talks Meiju and scolds him, you didn't tell me earlier that Shenkai likes me. Meiju asks him, didn't you even try to figure it out yourself? Daoming then asks, how is she now? Meiju replies, I haven't met her since you left. She's always busy with her part-time job. At that moment, Shenkai walks in front of them, and Meiju turns on the back camera to show Daoming. In the next scene, Tian is at a shop to buy ingredients when he sees Shenkai's ID card. The shop owner tells him, yesterday, a girl came to buy cameo leaves but didn't have enough money, so she left her ID card. Then the lady tells Tian, the girl had a minor accident on her way back home. This was the same lady who gave Shenkai the cameo leaves earlier. In the next scene, Tian gives Shenkai her ID card and tells her, I want to thank you and treat you to dinner for your help. Shenkai goes to dinner with him and Tian tells her, you seem more excited than I am. Shenkai replies, your parents would be even happier to know how talented their son is. Tian tells her, my mom died when I was young and my dad didn't want me to be a chef, but I won't give up on my dream. He then asks her, what kind of life do you want to live? Shenkai replies, I want a simple life, and my dream is to work hard and make my family happy. Yan says, we have the same dream. Later, Tian brings her home. He says to her, no matter what happens in the future, I want you to be with me when I'm cooking. Shenzai says, I'm your kitchen assistant and I wouldn't quit my job. Tian tells her, I didn't mean it that way. But at that moment, Daoming comes over and says, he wants you to be his girlfriend. Seeing Daoming, Shenkai asks him, weren't you in UK? Daoming replies, I were UK, and that doesn't mean you should date this liar. He has been lying about being poor from the beginning. He has his own family business, but he pretended to be poor. He then shows Shenkai a news report about his family, and Shenkai asks Tian, are you really rich? If so, why did you say that we share the same dream? She says, I respect you as a colleague, but it doesn't matter whether you tell the truth or not. She then walks into her house. Daoming follows her and tells her, you are so stupid. Tian would have easily fooled you if I hadn't come back. Shenkai says, if I'm stupid, then you think you're very smart. If Tian had fooled me, it wouldn't be your concern. You said you wouldn't come back, so why are you back now? At that moment, Shenkai's mom walks in and asks him, have dinner with me. Shenkai's parents start talking to Daoming and notice that he's sleepy. Shenkai's mom suggests, you should spend the night. Daoming then goes to Shenkai's room to sleep. Shenkai tells him, your bed is there, but why are you sleeping in my room? Daoming tells her, you should take care of me. Let's bring me water. Shenkai replies, I'm not your maid. She goes to sleep on her bed. Daoming then walks to her side. Shenkai asks him, what are you doing? My parents are in the next room, so you should not think about doing anything inappropriate. Daoming then tells her, if I hadn't come back, Tian would have tricked you. Shenchai says, did you come back just to expose Tian? Daoming says, no. Then he asks her, did you go on a date with Tian? Did you hold hands or kiss each other? Shenkai says, no. Daoming then asks, did you feel sad at all after I left? Shenkai doesn't respond. Daoming says, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to sleep. But he can't sleep, so he gets up and stares at Shenkai. In the next morning, Shenkai is undressing to take a shower when Daoming walks in. Seeing him, Shenkai asks him, can't you knock on the door before entering? Why aren't you dressed? Daoming replies, I don't have other clothes with me. Shenkai tells him, where are my dad's clothes? Daoming refuses and says, I can't wear uncle's-style clothes and also I can't show my abs to everyone. Shenkai says, you don't have any abs. Then he goes to show him his abs. But at that moment, Shenkai's mom comes in. Daoming and Shenkai hide behind a towel. When Shenkai's mom leaves, Daoming walks out too. Then, they go to school together. Daoming tells Chen, I slept with Shenkai last night. Shenkai tells Chen, my mom asked Daoming to stay there. Chen asks, did Shenkai's parents agree to it? You guys are moving too fast. Then, they go to class. The class is ongoing, but Chen isn't paying attention because he is jealous. In the next scene, Daoming is looking for his friends and calls them. His friends say, we came to the UK to meet you. Where are you? Daoming replies, I came back to China. His friends tell him, we've already enrolled in the UK, and even paid the fees. Daoming tells them, come back immediately. His friends say, Meiju is not coming back because you are mad at him. Daoming asks, who said I was mad at him? I actually want to talk to Meiju. At that moment his three friends come to him. They were not away but just hiding. Then, Daoming apologizes to Meiju and his friends take a video of it. Daoming asks them, delete the video. After class, Li asks Chen, where was your mind? Chen says, why Daoming is better than me. Shenkai's parents said I and she are meant to be, so why they are now making someone else their son-in-law? My life is full of darkness. Li tells Chen, Daoming is better than you because he doesn't act like you. Then she leaves. Chen then says to himself, Shenkai is not married yet so I still have a chance. In the next scene, Daoming's friends ask him, what are you busy with? Daoming says, I'm looking for clothes for Shenkai's makeover. I want to make her a girl who suits me. Meiju replies, you two are already a perfect match. On the other hand, Shenkai is working in the kitchen, and Tian is helping her. But Shenkai is still angry. Tian says, I'm sorry, I know that you're mad at me. I didn't lie to you intentionally. Well, I do have a family business, I'm not interested in it. I always want to be myself. And that's why I didn't tell you the truth because I don't want any special treatment. Hearing this, Shenkai apologizes. I'm sorry for overreacting. I'm not mad at you anymore. Later, Shentai returns home and sees her mom crying. She comes to know that they lost 1 million yuan in their investment, and her parents are very upset. At that moment, Daoming comes to their house. Seeing Shenkai upset, he asks her, what's wrong? Her parents tell him everything. Then Daoming gives them a card and tells them, this has 1 million yuan in it. But Shenkai refuses to accept it. Daoming tells her, keep it and pay me back later. They accept the money. Shenchai then asks, how can I pay you back? Daoming tells her, come to my house after school. Let's meet tomorrow. He then leaves. The next day Shenchai goes to Daoming's house and says, thank you for helping us. I will work hard to pay you back. Daoming tells her, I have an idea. There's a competition coming up, and the winner gets 1 million yuan. You don't have to participate if you don't want to. He then starts walking away. Shenkai stops him and asks him, what is the competition? Daoming shows her the information on his phone about the competition. Shentai takes the phone from him and reads that it is a Chinese cooking competition. She decides, I will join. She then moves away from Daoming and wants to leave quickly. But Daoming asks her, what about the interest rate? Shenchai asks, how much money do you want? He calls her over and then whispers to her, give me a kiss as the interest rate. Shenchai kisses him and leaves. In the next scene we see that Ji Yang is back from the UK. She tells Shenkai, my stupid brother called me back to help you prepare for the competition. In the next scene she starts training Shenkai for cooking, and then Shenkai begins cooking by reading some books and listening to recordings. After that she falls asleep at their house. Daoming moves her hair back and covers her with a blanket. When he goes outside he sees Jiang standing there. He asks, what are you doing here? Jiang replies, I thought you came here to disturb Shenkai. Daoming says, I just came to see her. The next day, Tian says to Shenkai, why are you participating in that cooking competition? Shenkai replies, because I need the money. Tian then tells her that a girl named Kana is also participating in that competition, and her dad is the owner of a big company. My dad wants me to marry her. She is participating in this competition because of me, as she wants to show me that her hobby is the same as mine. Hearing this, Shenkai asks, so you don't like her? Tian replies, she is very good looking and talented, but I like someone else whom you also know. I am suggesting that you give up on this competition because Kaina will be the winner. If you compete with her, you will only embarrass yourself. After that, Shentai goes home and starts researching about Kaina, saying to herself, she is indeed very talented. So, how can I win? Should I tell Miss Zhang that I am quitting? But if I do that, Miss Zhang will scold me a lot. I will secretly run away and explain to her later. Then she packs all her things and is about to run away, but Dao Ming comes in front of her. He approaches her and says, are you running away? Shenkai replies, I will find another way to pay you. Dao Ming says, I thought you were a special girl, but I didn't think you were so cowardly. Shenkai then says, if I can't win, why should I compete? I don't want to lose and disappoint everyone. Dao Ming says, but by doing this, you are disappointing me. Shenkai says sorry and starts to leave. Dao Ming says, this is not the Shenkai I knew. Shentai replies, you have no right to say that. You don't know how much stress I am under right now. Dao Ming says, you don't need to think about what people think. Just do what you want to do. Then he pulls her into his room. Shenkai was thirsty, so he brings her water and says, do you want to play a game? A maid hears their voices and smiles, then leaves. Inside, they were playing cards. Dao Ming won, but Shenkai calls him a cheater and starts fighting with him. Then he hits her face and makes something on it with marker. At that moment, they were very close. Shenkai felt that he was going to kiss her, so she closed her eyes. But Dao Ming gets up and says, why are you not getting up? Let's play rock, paper, scissors. Shenkai says, yes, this time I will definitely win. Hearing this, Dao Ming says, then why can't you win the competition? Shenkai replies, competition and game are different things. Then Dao Ming brings her closer and says, Shenkai, I believe you can do it. Hearing this, Shenkai smiles. The next morning, when Zhang comes to her room, she sees that they were sleeping together. Seeing this, she leaves. After that, when Dao Ming wakes up, he clicks a lot of photos of Shenkai and also takes some selfies with her. When Shenkai wakes up, she sees her photos and angrily says to Dao Ming, who asked you to take my photos? Dao Ming says, because they look cute. Shenkai starts removing those photos, but Dao Ming stops her. After that, Shenkai starts preparing for the competition again, even practicing at school. In the next scene, Tian says to her, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said those things to you yesterday. Shenkai replies, it's okay, I didn't want to break the trust of those who believe in me. Tian asks, is Dao Ming one of them? Shenkai replies, yes. Tian then says, Shenkai, you know that I like you. We would be a great match if Dao Ming didn't exist in this world. I feel very bad that I am losing a girl like you. Shenkai replies, I am sure you will become a great chef in the future, and then you will find a good girl. Tian thanks her and leaves. Then the day of the competition arrives. First, we are introduced to the judges, and then to all the contestants. When Shenkai gives her introduction, all her friends and family members become very happy watching her on TV. Then we see all the contestants. Some girls were making fun of Shenkai. Then Kaina introduces herself to Shenkai. Shenkai says, I know you, you are very famous, right? Kaina says, I know you too. I have heard about you from Tian. After that, their competition begins. Then they all go on stage with their dishes and the judges taste them. After that, they announce the names of the 3 girls who are not qualified for the next round, but Shenkai's name was not among them. Seeing this, Dao Ming becomes very happy. Then the second round starts. They go on stage again with their dishes. First, they taste Kaina's dish and praise her a lot. Then they taste the pastry made by Shenkai and make fun of its color. Shenkai then tells them the love story behind it, which impresses them all. After that, they announce the names of the 4 contestants who were to go to the next round. After announcing the names of the 3 girls, they say, the last contestant to go to the next round, you probably didn't expect. Saying this, they call Shenkai's name. Hearing this, Dao Ming gets so excited that he tries to go on stage, but his friends stop him. Shenkai also didn't expect it. In the next scene, a girl who was eliminated from the competition says to Shenkai, did you bribe the judges? Kaina replies her, if you lost, why are you blaming Shenkai? Just then, Shimen comes and encourages Shenkai. Then his friend says to Dao Ming, you were very excited just now, so why aren't you encouraging her? Hearing this, Dao Ming says to Shenkai, you did a great job, keep it up. Hearing this, his friends laugh at him, and Dao Ming says, why are you laughing? You told me to encourage her. Saying this, he leaves. Now they are called for the last round. Everyone had to make their hometown dishes in 45 minutes, but Shenkai was taking a lot of time just to find the ingredients, while the other 3 had already started cooking. Seeing this, Dao Ming says, why is this stupid girl standing there? Meiju stops him saying, maybe she is thinking, don't panic so much. But Dao Ming gets up and runs away. He was running somewhere when some people stopped him and said, "You can't go inside the recording room." But Daoming shows Shenkai a poster with 1 million written on it. Showing this, he encourages Shenkai. Then Shenkai says to herself, "What should I do? My brain is completely blank." Daoming thinks to himself, "Stupid girl, quickly select the ingredients." Then they drag Daoming out. After that, Shenkai also starts making her dish. Kaina says to her, "It seems like you are going to beat me this time because your dish looks very tasty." Shenkai says, "I feel very lucky that I got selected for the last round, and maybe my luck will work this time too." Now they only had 2 minutes left. Everyone's dish was ready except Shenkai's. A little later, time runs out. First the judges taste Kaina's dish and they like it very much. Then they taste Shenkai's dish. She had made a very common dish, and after tasting it, one of the judges says, "Everyone else has made dishes that are hard to make, so why did you make this common dish? Weren't you afraid of losing?" Shenkai replies, "It's not important whether the dish is hard or easy to make. The important thing is that I made it uniquely." Hearing this, the judge says, "Yes, I also found its flavor very unique." After that, the judges go on stage to announce the winner, and they announce Kaina's name. Hearing this, Daoming stops his friends from clapping for her. But then the judges say, "We liked one more contestant's dish, and we want to give a special prize of 500,000 yuan to one more contestant." Saying this, they call Shenkai's name. Hearing this, Daoming gets very happy. On the other hand, seeing this, her friends and parents also become very happy, and they start getting a lot of orders for the same dish. In the next scene, they all come home and celebrate. Shenchai thanks them all for encouraging her. Then Daoming says to her, "Shenchai, I need to talk to you." Hearing this, everyone gets up to leave. But then Daoming says, "I want to talk to her in front of everyone." Then he says to Shenkai, "You will spend tomorrow with me. If you really want to thank me, you can't refuse." Shenkai agrees. After that, she drinks and gets drunk, dreaming that she is sleeping with Daoming. Daoming was kissing her. Just then she wakes up and sees her parents in front of her, who tell her that they have made a box for her dish with Shenkai's photo on it. Then they ask her to record an advertisement for the dish. As Shenkai is about to go on a date with Daoming, she bumps into a child who falls down. Shenkai apologizes and asks, "What are you doing outside my house?" The child hands her a letter which says, "I am your neighbor, Miss Wang. My company has suddenly called me in for overtime. Can you take care of my child until I return? His name is Xiao Long." Xiao Long then says, "Take me to your house." Shenchai tells him, "I'm busy right now and my parents aren't home. Can you go to another neighbor's house?" Xiao Long replies, No one else cares for me. It would be better if I got lost." Meanwhile, on the other side, Daoming was waiting for her, and just then, Shenkai arrived there. Daoming scolded her, "Why are you always late for the date?" Shenkai replied, "I am only 10 minutes late." Then the child said, "It's not good to shout at a girl." Seeing him, Daoming asked, "Where did this little brat come from?" Shenkai explained, "He's my neighbor's son. She left him with me to take care of." Then Daoming started pinching his cheeks, and Shenkai said, "Now you're bullying a child too." Xiaolong asked Shenkai to play with him, so Daoming said, "He's pretending to be cute. Shenkai, don't fall for his tricks." Shenkai replied, "Why are you scaring the child?" After that, Shenkai was about to take the child to see the zoo, and Daoming unwillingly went along with them. There she showed him a monkey, and Xiaolong said, "This monkey is so ugly just like him." Hearing this, Daoming replied, "Who are you calling a monkey, stupid boy?" Then he ran away from there. In the next scene, they were carrying the child back as he had fallen asleep. Shenkai then asked, "Why did you lend me 1 million? Why did you support me so much for the competition? And why did you want to spend the day with me?" Daoming replied, "Because you are stupid. Can't you use your brain to figure out the answer?" Shenkai said, "I couldn't understand. That's why I'm asking. But all you know is how to shout. I don't want to talk to you." Daoming replied, "Then don't. I'm tired of talking to a dumb girl like you." At that moment, the child peed on him, so he put him down and walked away. In the next scene, Kaina was standing outside the restaurant looking at Tian. Then she called her dad and said, "Dad, I don't want Tian." Her dad asked, "What happened? Don't you like him anymore?" Kaina replied, "No, it's not that, but we live our lives very differently." Saying this, she started to leave. Just then, Han Zilu was coming from the front. He had liked her a lot in the competition. Kaina dropped her gloves, which Han Zilu picked up. When Kaina came to take them back, he said, "How do I know these gloves are yours? I think I should give this item to the police." Kaina replied, "You seem very interesting. What do you want?" Han Zilu said, "Treat me to a drink." Kaina agreed. In the next scene, Shenkai was working at a tea shop where Xiao Yu asked her, "How was your date?" Shenkai replied, "Don't even talk about it. I'm not in the mood to think about it. Then Xiao Yu said, if we don't sell enough items this time, we won't get a bonus. We haven't received any bonuses for 3 months. Just then, Meiju and his friends arrived. Shimen went to Xiao Yu and said, it's been a long time since we met. You still look very cute. Hearing this, Xiao Yu started smiling, but just then, Shenkai covered her eyes and said, don't look directly at this guy. He's very dangerous. Then Shimen asked Shenkai, it's a holiday, and you're still working? Shenkai replied, I have a part-time job, so I want to earn more money. If you didn't come here to buy anything, please don't get in the way of our job. Besides, we aren't getting any bonuses this year. Shimen said, leave that to us. Then the 3 of them went outside and started selling milk tea. Seeing these handsome boys, many girls came to buy milk tea, increasing their sales significantly. The shop owner then gave both of them a bonus. Shenkai went to F4 and said, I can't accept this bonus because you did all the sales. They replied, we were selling outside but you were the one making it. So, how can you say you don't deserve it? This was a team effort. Hearing this, Shenkai said, alright, I'll treat you all to dinner tonight. Then F4 invited her to join them on a holiday in Canada, and also included Xiao Yu. But Shenkai thought to herself, I want to go, but Dao Ming will be there too. And we had such a big fight. How can I pretend like nothing happened? In the next scene, Shenkai couldn't decide whether to go or not when she got a call from Dao Ming, who said, I heard you're going to Canada. I'm going too, so you can't go. Shenkai replied, who are you to stop me from going there? Dao Ming said, because that place is very dangerous for a stupid girl like you. It's very cold there. You won't enjoy it. Shenkai said, who said I'm afraid of the cold? Now I will definitely go. I don't need your permission. Dao Ming said, fine, if you're going then I won't go. Go alone. When you see the animals there, don't cry and don't call me. Shenkai replied, those animals will be better than a beast like you. Saying this, she hung up the call. After seeing their fight, Hanzalu said to Meiju, now you can pursue Shenkai because Shenkai and Dao Ming have become enemies, so it won't matter if Shenkai is with you. Hearing this, Dao Ming said, stop playing these tricks on me. I said I won't go, and I mean it. Hanzilu replied, yes, then don't go. Who's forcing you? Saying this, the 3 of them went to pack their things. In the next scene, Shenkai was telling Xiao Yu that Dao Ming is not going to Canada, so there's no reason for her to stay. Let's celebrate by posting it. Saying this, she took a photo. When Dao Ming saw her post, he got very angry and threw his phone into the water. The next day, Jin Hui came to Shenkai and said, we heard that you're going to Canada with your bestie. Aren't we your classmates too? Can't you take us along? Shenkai replied, Zemin invited us. Jin Hui said, Shenkai, you consider us your friends, right? We'll tell Zemin later that you invited us. Saying this, they left. After that, they all reached Canada. They went to stay at Dao Ming's house in Canada and found that Dao Ming had already arrived there. He said, why did you guys get so late? Did you come on a slow plane? Shenkai replied, someone said he wouldn't come to Canada but still came. I shouldn't trust his words. Dao Ming said, this is my house and I can come whenever I want. If you're not happy, go back. In the next scene, Shenkai was building a snowman with her friend Xiao Yu. Inside, Dao Ming was smiling at her. Meiju then asked him, how long will you keep fighting with her? Dao Ming replied, where am I fighting with her? I'm the victim. And anyway, there's no point in behaving nicely with this stupid girl. When Shenkai came inside, Dao Ming tripped her, making her fall, and then laughed at her. Shenkai said, Dao Ming, how can you be so childish? Dao Ming replied, you deserve it. Shenkai was about to hit him, but he made her fall again, and then they started fighting. In the next scene, Shenkai was thinking about taking revenge on Dao Ming, and then started playing a game. On the other side, Dao Ming was playing the same game and saw Shenkai online. Meanwhile, Shenkai wondered why Xiao Yu hadn't returned yet. She decided to look for her. She asked Meiju about her, but he didn't know. Then she asked Jin Hui, who said, yes, we saw her going out just now. Hearing this, Shenkai said, how can she go out alone in such an unfamiliar place? It's snowing outside. What if she gets lost? Thinking this, she put on her jacket and went out to look for her, and Meiju followed her. Jin Hui's friend said, did they really go outside? Jin Hui replied, Meiju went with her. When they don't find Xiao Yu, they'll come back. Saying this, she went inside. In the next scene, we see Xiao Yu sitting and drinking with Han Zilu and Shimen. On the other hand, Dao Ming comes out of his room and asks, where is Shenkai? Just then, Meiju also returns, and Dao Ming asks him, have you seen Shenkai anywhere? Meiju replies, I'm also looking for her. She went to find Xiao Yu. At that moment, Xiao Yu returns. Seeing this, Dao Ming quickly goes to find Shenkai. Meanwhile, we see Shenkai calling out for Xiao Yu, and there's a heavy snowfall. Jin Hui's friend says, we thought Shen Kai would come back and we really saw Xiao Yu going outside. Meiju then throws wine at her and says, this is nothing compared to Shen Kai's life. Do you know the temperature outside is 20 degrees? If anything happens to her, you both will become murderers. In the next scene, we see Dao Ming searching for Shen Kai. Shen Kai thinks to herself, I didn't think I would die today. I don't want to die yet. I haven't even completed my graduation. I still have to meet the man I'm going to marry. I'll spend the rest of my life with him. Then she sees that the man she was marrying was Dao Ming. Now Dao Ming finds her unconscious and carries her to a nearby workhouse. He takes off his jacket and puts it on her to protect her from the cold. Then he gathers some wood and lights a fire to keep her warm. He gives her hot water to drink. Shen Kai says, I can't feel anything in my body. Dao Ming replies, there's only one option left. Saying this, he removes his clothes and asks Shen Kai to do the same. Shen Kai asks, what are you trying to do, and why have you taken off your clothes? Dao Ming says, your clothes are also wet. If you keep wearing them, you'll feel even colder. I can save you if you don't act stubborn right now. Shen Kai agrees and asks him to turn around. She removes her clothes and Dao Ming pulls her close to keep her warm. Shen Kai thinks to herself, he's just trying to keep me warm. I shouldn't imagine anything wrong, but right now we're hugging each other without clothes. How will I face him in the future? The next morning, workers arrive at the place and seeing them, Dao Ming asks Shen Kai to put on her clothes. He then says, can you please stop doing things that make me worry so much? Shen Kai promises and feels very nervous. Then he carries her back to the house, and their friends are very happy to see them back. But then, Dao Ming tells Jin Hui and her friend, you both leave right now because I can't keep girls like you in my house. Jin Hui pleads, please forgive us. It's very cold outside. Shen Kai, you're a kind girl, right? Will you leave us to die outside? Hearing this, Shen Kai says, now that I'm safely back, I think we should forgive them. Jin Hui says, we didn't do this on purpose. If you want, you can punish us. Shen Kai punishes them by asking them to clean the house. Han Zilu says, is this even a punishment? At least they should clean the house for 10 years. They agree and go inside to clean. Their friends ask them, how did you both survive last night with so much snowfall? Dao Ming feels very nervous. Then their friends ask, did something happen between you two like in romantic movies? Dao Ming doesn't reply, so they understand that something did happen. But then Shen Chai says, we didn't do anything like that. Xiao Yu says, then why are you both blushing? Dao Ming nervously leaves, and Shen Chai follows. In the next scene, Xiao Yu says to Shen Kai, Dao Ming cares a lot about you. As soon as he heard you were missing, he immediately went to find you. Shen Kai says, to be honest, I didn't expect him to come, but the way he acted last night, he never did that before. Xiao Yu says, Meiju also cares a lot about you. When he found out Jin Hui and her friend lied, he threw wine at their faces. Shen Chai says, did Meiju really do that? He's such a mature person. I can't believe he acted that way. Shen Kai then thanks Meiju. Meiju asks, how are you feeling now? Shen Kai says, I'm completely fine. By the way, were you worried about me? Meiju says, maybe I don't need to tell you that. Saying this, he leaves. In the next scene, Shen Kai is standing outside, and Dao Ming comes and asks, what are you doing here? Shen Kai says, I came here to get some fresh air. Dao Ming says, there's no one around. Do you want to say something? Shen Kai replies, no. Do you want to hear something? Dao Ming says, you should think about that yourself. Do you need to ask me this too? Shen Kai says, oh right, I forgot to thank you. Dao Ming says, you just want to thank me? Shen Kai says, oh, I also have to give you 500,000 yen. I'll give it to you little by little every month. Dao Ming says, I don't want to hear that. Shen Kai says, oh, so you want me to pay it all at once, but that's very difficult for me. Just then, they start watching fireworks. And Dao Ming says, are you really this dumb or are you pretending to be dumb? But Shen Kai can't hear him because of the fireworks, so Dao Ming says, I love you, and she responds by wishing him a happy new year. After that, everyone has a lot of fun together, and then they return to China. In the next scene, Dao Ming's friends say to him, you seem to be in a good mood today. Now that there's no one here but us, tell us what happened between you and Shen Kai that night. But Dao Ming doesn't tell them anything and just smiles. With that, this episode ends. Subscribe to this channel to watch the next episode. Thanks for watching.